Surfing's all about being in the ocean, and most surfers know that their boards aren't that good for the environment, but they're willing to turn a blind eye to this because they perform so well, and that's where this project began.
Through Chris's project, I've discovered that they're entirely disposable and their working life is very short.
I know that polystyrene and things like that are not very biodegradable.
The production with all the chemicals, and especially through the glassing and even making the blanks, is probably what's worse.
Basically, surfboards can't be recycled because they're made from toxic materials and they're a really specific shape that can't be repurposed.
If people are snapping them all the time, where do they end up? They just end up at the tip.
Boards can snap in any conditions. When you watch the pros surfing in competition, it's just absolute carnage when the waves get heavy.
This our magnifier, look at that board! Snap!
About the 5th time I think I've broken a board, I was surfing out at Minamurra.
I kind of split the foam away from the stringer.
Went up for a turn, which I sometimes try and do.
Lost my grip, and as I was going down, the board was coming back up and it hit me in the face.
Gonna make one of the best waves, and then, you know, just got cut short and they broke their board and they didn't have another one and they missed the session.
I fractured my cheekbone, so that was just a bad day all around.
Doing an air and landing on it on my back and snapping it directly in half.
Clean 2 pieces, and tears were flowing out of my eyes.
When people see a pile, they see a problem. So I thought, what if I collect 1,000 of these things, creating a massive visual representation of each person's individual waste, which on its own doesn't really mean that much. Bringing them all together to create this massive installation of waste in a pristine environment. This project took me 3 years. I was collecting surfboards from everywhere, from friends locally. I was harassing people on Facebook.
If it had got to its goal of 1,000 surfboards installed in a really short amount of time, I actually think it would have had less effect.
I don't know how Chris has managed to get so many and store so many in one place. It'd just be a nightmare.
I saw what went on. It was too heavy. It was like your backyard had all those boards in them, and I don't know, there's like so much space taken up, so much time and effort into it. It's pretty cool that you did it, but I wouldn't embark on such a journey.
Now the project's finished, I think we've got about 6 or 8 surfboards just piling up out the back.
Yeah, most of them have gone to you.
Throwing them in the garbage bin.
Donate them to a project.
Seeing the final installation was overwhelming. There were surfboards as far as the eye could see, and it really did highlight a serious environmental issue.
The event itself was really, was over in a flash, but it was the extended, elongated lead up to that event that I think really helped to raise consciousness more broadly. Certainly something that was really out of the ordinary, and its flickering lights as the sun went down had a really strong kind of emotional impact.
The best part about this project was meeting all the different surfers who I collected boards from. They had a whole range of opinions on the project. Some people were challenged by it, other people really wanted to see the project happen in the hope that more sustainable surfboards would be sort of developed.